Welcome to Kutch time. Today is March 15th, 2026, and the Detroit Pistons just lost to the Toronto Raptors 119 to 108, moved to 48 and 19 on the NBA season. The Pistons lose despite a 33-point performance from Cade Cunningham. Unfortunately, Detroit forgot how to box out tonight. They gave up 20 offensive rebounds, giving Jakob Poeltl a season high 18 rebounds tonight. It was the biggest reason the Pistons lost tonight because they couldn't control the boards. There was some good. Cade had a nice night. He had 33 points. He had 9 assists. Shot 50% from the field, only 2 for 8 from 3. But was getting to his finishing, was getting to his mid range a lot. He was not the problem of the day. The big man was the problem today. Tobias had a nice night also. He had 21 points. He had 5 rebounds. He shot 75% from the field. Nice night. I think he had multiple threes. He had multiple mid-range shots. Was kind of getting it done. Defensively, it was getting cooked, but kind of expected from Tobias. Jalen Duren, stat sheet wise, 20 points, 11 rebounds. But I would argue, not even argue, I think that he had a bad game. Yes, he had a good scoring night. He had a very, I think he had, but he had 16 points in the first half. I'm pretty sure, or it was 14. So he had 6 points in the second half. That's not great. Uh, and the Pistons lost the game for the third quarter. Pistons got outscored by 20 plus points because they kept giving off offensive rebounds. Jalen Duren was in for most of that time. He just couldn't box out. He forgot how to box out. Jakob Poeltl was dogging him on the boards, on the offensive glass for him and defensive glass for Jalen Duren. He was basically stuck at 5 rebounds for almost the entire third quarter. It wasn't until the fourth quarter that he finally decided to start grabbing some more boards. Uh, it was like there was multiple times that not just Duren, multiple players on the Pistons, but because Duren is in the paint, it was multiple times for him, where they just kind of looked at the ball. They were not aggressive in getting the rebounds. They were not aggressive on the defensive end. They were letting up points, or letting people drive to the paint, which sometimes they miss it, but the paint's still decently open, so they're able to get the offensive rebound, or someone on the Raptors was able to get the offensive rebound. Jalen Duren has to be that force inside the paint. Because if not, a night like tonight will happen. Jalen Duren was lazy tonight on the rebounding end. No way around it. He was lazy. And this was a problem in years past. This was the big problem 2 years ago, when the Pistons were the worst team in the league, franchise worst record. Jalen Duren was quite lazy on the defensive end. He's gotten much better than that since last year, since the new year of 2025 is when he really started improving that. And he kept that over this season, where he's been a lot more active. But every once in a while, he had nights like that where he just kind of doesn't try on that end. And most of those nights, the Pistons lose, like they did in years past. Sar Thompson makes his return from a 5 game absence. Very nice to see him return. I expected him to miss longer than only about a week and a half. But he had a bad game tonight. What was not what you wanted from Sar. He had 4 points, not good. He shot 2 for him from the field, not good. He missed both free throws, not good. He only had 1 rebound, not good. Just not a good night for him all around. He definitely has some rust to work off from the ankle sprain. Maybe got rushed back a little bit, trying to keep him eligible for all defensive awards. But when he's going to show up like tonight, he wasn't helping. He was not helping the team tonight. Um, he still had some good defensive moments, but there's definitely some miscommunication on the defensive end. Some of it his fault, some of it his teammates' fault. But he's only been out 5 games. I don't know why. There was so much. Like it looked like the first half and some of the third quarter. There was miscommunication almost every other play. It was insane. Um, but Asar just so again, Asar will get better. Asar will be better than he is tonight. We know this. We've seen this from him that he'll work it back. But night to night, he wasn't good. He was not good. And usually he's a very big presence on the glass. He's a very active rebounder. He gets 1 rebound tonight. I mean, That's another big reason why the Raptors were able to get so many rebounds, so many offensive rebounds, so many just rebounds in total. Because the main rebounding guys just weren't active on the glass like Detroit fans expect them to be. And if you want to win, you have to be active on the glass. It's a key way to the Pistons' style. The Pistons way to win. Very likely the Pistons are out rebounding a team. Today they got out rebounded double digits. They're going to lose that game. They just are. With the way the Detroit works, they're going to lose that game, and Asar just has to be better, and he will be. But first game back, had rust. Obviously bad tonight. Allowed 20 offensive rebounds. Jakob Poeltl had 9. Scotty Barnes had 5. Just bad. Free throws are bad again. Also, it's 60 for 24. Why aren't you making free throws? You missed 8. Asar was over 2. Bad. JD missed 3. He shot 7. 4 for 7. Not the worst. Not good. Really want to be at least 5. Doug Robinson and Karis LeVert both swifters. I think Cade missed 1, but he shot like 8. His miss can be slid over. The Pistons have gotten better at free throws. At one point, they were the second worst team in the league at free throws. I think they're now. I think they're still bottom. I think 8. Um, but come on, you got to make the free throws. Uh, the other thing tonight that you saw, Danish Jenkins is seemingly out of the rotation. With Asar back, there was requests about rotation. Stewart was also out, but that doesn't really affect the guard rotation too much. Creatively to start coming back. 11 players played tonight. Danish Jenkins didn't get 1 minute. Marcus Sasser got those backup point guard minutes that Danish Jenkins would usually fill. Now Sasser was getting that starting role with Asar out, and Karis LeVert out for a bit, a couple games, whatever. But Danish Jenkins still played backup point guard minutes. And Danish Jenkins has struggled heavily. He got that contract right after the trade deadline, right before All-Star break, and he's looked like the shell of a player he was. The only issue I have with Sasser playing back, I like Sasser. He's a good offensive piece. He's a good shooter, usually. He's a good offensive scorer, usually. Playmaking wise, he's not that good. Sasser is a good off-ball player, off-ball guard. Keywords is off-ball. He was fine when he was with Cade, because Cade's Cade, but whatever. Danish Jenkins is someone that, even though he struggled so much shooting wise, even turnover wise, reading defensive wise, he's still someone that can run an offense. I just don't know how much trust there is in Sasser running offense. I don't know how long Danis will be out of the rotation, or if he's just out of the rotation now with people back healthy. Wouldn't be surprising, but they just gave Danis the contract like a month and a half ago. Already putting him out of the rotation. I mean, he deserves it. I mean, he's played pretty poorly, but it's just pretty shocking because it seemed like Sasha was never going to play point guard minutes in the season because you had Danis, and just because Sasha just never really seems like a guard fit for point guard in the NBA. He's much better at that off-ball 2 guard. But right now, for this game, Danis is out of the rotation. We'll see if that sticks. It could not. But today, 11-man played, Danis in it. Just something interesting. Next game, bounce back. Pistons should win. It's Tuesday against the Wizards. Now, the Wizards have beat the Pistons. The Wizards have played the Pistons quite tightly in multiple games. I think the first game they played or second game they played was really the Danish Jenkins coming out game. Very early on in the season during, I think, the winning streak of the 13-game winning streak. That Danish Jenkins had to make a crazy 3 to force it overtime, and then the Pistons get the win. But last time the Pistons played the Wizards, Pistons lost. I can't really lose. The Wizards, they just gave them 83 points to Bam Adebayo. So Pistons should get that bounce back win. If they don't, I'm heavily surprised. I think the Pistons organization are heavily surprised. Rotations will be changed if they lose that game. Hopefully they won't. And hopefully they can get that win. Thank you.